What's up, people? Welcome to Ambiance podcast. Joining me, I have Eric. Hi, Ezzzy.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, bro?
Chilling, brother. How are you?
I'm doing solid, man.
That's right.
Yeah, man. So it's been a minute since we've seen each other.
It's been a
What's
minute.
good, first off?
Yeah.
And from what I know, you're kind of a lifestyle photographer who
Yes, sir.
has shot for some of the biggest name artists in the game.
Yeah.
So I want to let you describe more about like your art and what you do. So how would you describe like your style of photography and also like who you shoot for and everything like that?
All right, shit. So my style is, I like shooting people like in their moments, in their zones. You know what I mean? More like candidates, hella candidates, shows, shit like that, behind the scenes in the studio. That's my vibe. Like, I don't like. I also, I do like models and shit like that, but
Yeah.
that's not me. Like, I'm not into that. I like doing like the homies or something like that, like shooting film or something.
Yeah.
But I shoot for West Coast Cure. So it's a weed brand, but it's a lifestyle brand too. We got a clothing brand company called Cure. I work for them. I've been shooting for him for about like 5-6 years now.
Damn, how'd you link up with him?
So I met him through one of my boys. Actually, we went to middle. Did you go to Sierra Vista too? Yeah.
Man, we went
You
to
remember
Sierra Vista.
Darnell, right?
Yeah, man.
No.
Hey, shout out to Darnell, bro.
Yeah.
Because I heard it. Mikey B just told me like the other week, bro, that he's killing shit right
Oh, yeah,
now.
he's
Like,
going
I had
crazy
no
right now.
idea.
Yeah. That nigga can rap. That nigga got bars. Shit, I linked up with him. We shot, and then he introduced me to my boss now, and I ended up just going day to day with that nigga. My boy Jared, shout out to Jay. He put me on. He put me in the position to where I'm at now. 2015 did my first tour. We did that with Travis Scott. Travis Scott was opening up for the weekend. That shit was tight.
Damn.
The XO Madness tour.
That was after he dropped Rodeo. Like
That was
right
right
around that
after.
time?
Yeah. So we met up with weird artists that we're close with, like Travis, Metro Boomin, you know what I mean? Southside, fucking from 808 Mafia, Lil Uzi. We met Lil Uzi right when he was getting big. So like,
Yeah.
bro, still rocks. So that's tough.
That's what's up.
Fucking from then, and it just got like just heavier and heavier. So but yeah, back to the tour, we hit like 32 cities across the country.
And you were
bro.
there
Like,
for the entire tour?
I was there for the entire tour, bro. That shit was
Damn.
tight.
How was
yeah.
that, bro? Because like coming where we're from out here in West Covina, like not many people get to experience shit like
Nah,
that, bro.
Not at all, bro. That shit was wild. It was like, it was nutty. It was some shit like I was like, how, like sometimes I'd be in rooms like, how am I here? How did I get here? You know what I mean? Nigga, I come from the Cove, like
Happened so fast
yeah,
too.
so fast, bro. So fast. All in like within 2 years, I picked up my camera. I was on the tour.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. It was pretty nuts. It's kind of like I never like went to school for it or anything. I kind of just like watched the homies and like was like, I want to do that too.
What-
And then just bought a camera and went crazy.
So like, what made you get that first camera? Like, was there you just watched some of your homies do it? And
Yeah. I was like right after high school, I was getting into this clothing brand with my boy. That we ended up falling off though, but we're starting this clothing brand, and they were photographers. It was two of them. It was three of us. They're both photographers. So I was like, damn, like let me shoot. Like, you know what I mean? Let me get that camera one time.
Yeah.
Got behind the camera, started taking pictures. Was like, yeah, I need to get my own.
Did
Bought
you
a little
just-
$500 camera?
Did you just feel like a certain spark or some shit, like a passion?
Yeah,
or
like
what?
it was just dope. I don't know. I just had like a different eye. You know what I mean? I just wanted to just like, I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, so it seems like it kind of created like an interest for you, but at what point did you know or like think that this is what I want to do for like a living, or like this is what I want to pursue?
Shit, when niggas ask me how much my rate was,
You're like, oh,
yeah, I
what?
was like, what? I don't got one yet, but we gonna figure it out.
Bro.
So people were trying to pay me for my work, cause I was like, this might be it. You
That's
know what
what's
I mean?
up.
So I was day to day with my dude too. So I was like, I still work with him, but I was with him like every day, bro. We was in the studios. We was in festivals. We was going like, we used to do these things called secret sessions. Like we used to go to those shits, big smoke outs, fucking big old artists
That's
and stuff
who
like that.
you and who?
West Coast Cure.
West Coast Cure, okay.
Yeah. So I was with that dude like all the time, bro. We was in the studio with Metro all the time. I was in there. When I met Metro and Travis, we was they were just finishing days before rodeo.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I met them like in their like right before their prime type of shit. So like bros, they keep it real.
Damn.
Yeah,
Talk about timing, man.
Yeah,
Like
perfect timing, bro. Perfect timing. I
shit's
swear I got it.
important.
Everything just kind of like just clinked.
Right. So when did you do you think that was like your first big break, or like when did you get your first big break? Was it just the West Coast Cure?
Yeah. Honestly, with him.
Honestly, with him,
Yeah, with him after that tour, man, it kind of like he just everyone we rocked with, like all the artists, they knew me. They allowed my camera in. They know what's up. I never did like. I never tried to like take pictures or videos of them doing some weird shit. You know what I mean? I knew when to put the camera on them and when not to. So that's why they respected me and let me be around that type of shit.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's important too, man. In the industry, is just like, and that's one thing I wanted to talk with you about too, is because there's a lot of photographers. It's a saturated ass profession, man. You already know that. So how you maneuver within the industry is super important. So I think that kind of is like something that separates you apart from other people, right? Is how you maneuver with other people.
Exactly.
So talk about that. Like, how important is it to like how you network and how you maneuver within in the industry? So, like, how indicative is it of like where you're at right now?
Shit, like just staying consistent with it. You know what I mean? Just like just showing up, doing my part. You know, I'm just basically when I'm around. And when I'm around that, I'm a fly on the wall. You know what I mean? I kind of just, I'm there, but I'm not. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, it's fucking, it's easy, bro. I don't know. The job is easy. Like,
so I see you drinking that straight, bro. No chaser.
Like, you know what I mean? It's a little splash. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, cheers, honestly. Yeah. This shit tastes good with the chaser, bro. You should try.
But yeah, it got me in the spot, bro. It kind of like showed me who I was a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how you gotta be too, because nobody wants that dude that's around that like fanboys out when they get around.
I've never taken a picture with any artist that I work with. Yeah. Never asked for a picture like that. Like, that's just weird.
Yeah, they don't
like
want
a fanboy. Like, oh, we're working. Like, yeah, you're gonna see it. You know what I mean? Like, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't need to prove it to anybody or brag about it.
Yeah. Plus, too, they don't want all that shit. Like, they're not trying to have some dude like.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, fucking Snapchatting and all of this shit. But it's like behind the scenes. Like, no, that's out.
Yeah.
That's out.
Definitely.
I'm just grabbing good content of all the fire things going on. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But with that being said, like, who is one of the biggest? Like, who's your like, because obviously you are a fan of some of these people too in their music. Like, which person were you just like kind of in awe of the fact that like you were shooting them? Kind of like, what's the biggest person that you think?
Sheesh. I mean, like, really, like, I don't want to be like keep on bringing this thing up, but like, Travis is my favorite performer. Like, I like watching this thing perform. Like, he rages, bro. Like, he brings these people out. Like, it's crazy. Like, these niggas really go wild for him. So it's like that energy and being on the road with them for fucking 32 nights and shit. You're hearing the same songs over and over, but you get to see the different reactions and like the crowds from different cities go crazy. Like, on that tour, like, we had a show in Orlando. So like, Travis was the opener, you know, opener for the weekend, and that was like arenas, right? Yeah. So there were cities where the weekend had the day off. Travis still had shows. He was opening.
So he had kind of his own tour.
He had his own tour, yes. But his opener was Bryson Tiller.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that was pretty tight. But Orlando was a fucking crazy ass show. Like, these people came out and just brought so much energy. You know what I mean? And like, motherfuckers always say like, oh, are you the cameraman that he said that he'd kick off the stage with whoop? Like, nah, bro. I was that dude. Yeah, I was that dude on the stage. Like, he loud. Like, it was cool. He rocked with me. But man, like, I've been in rooms with like J and B, and I can't even, like, Jay-Z and Beyonce, and I can't even bring my camera out. Just that shit, and just being like 10 feet away from him type shit. It's just like
it's surreal.
It's all like just all mental shots. You know what I mean? Like, that shit right there is crazy.
That's like memories that you have to yourself.
I've been in a room with Kanye. Fucking man, it's nutty. Like,
that's wild. I mean?
I've done Coachella. I do Coachella. Like, I've done Coachella the last 4 years, 5 years. Yeah, I usually go every both weekends. So that's pretty dope too. But yeah, fucking Travis is cool as fuck, man. I love shooting with Uzi. I love being with Uzi. Uzi's lit, bro.
I love Uzi too, man.
Yeah, man. His energy is so real. Like he's a real ass nigga too. You know what I mean? He doesn't no fronting or nothing like that. So
that's
people,
what's up,
like
man.
those are some of my favorites. You know what I mean?
You gotta appreciate people like that too, that have made it to where they're at, and they're still like down to earth, and they're still like not too big headed and shit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm sure you meet like tons of people, bro, like in the industry. So do you leverage your like connections? Because obviously all the people that you meet, like you can definitely like make a move off of. So do you leverage like your connections to kind of climb the ladder? Or
that one thing is what I don't do.
You don't do? Okay.
Yeah, I don't like to step on toes or take advantage of some shit, you know what I mean? Because I wouldn't have met any of those people if it wasn't for my boss type thing. Like he put me in that position to meet these people and do work. Like I like yeah, I don't know, I've never like tried to go around or like hit up these artists and shit like, yo, like can I pull up to the studio, like, you know what I mean, without my boss, like, because it was never like that. It was always just like I was always just in the loop, so it was just I just did my thing.
So shit just kind of happens organically for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what you believe in.
Yeah, I don't like to overstep anything or, you know, go out my boundaries.
Is that just by nature of the type of person you are, or is that just like, is that a strategy that you have?
Yeah, that's just me. Just that's how I move. You know what I mean? I move like that. Like I don't like to step on or take advantage of anybody, if anything. You know what I mean? I always just shit just happens for me. So I'm just like.
That's
I just ride that wave, you know what I mean?
And it's working too, so why would you try to switch up?
I've never like I don't try to copy no styles or nothing like that. I'm just original. Like all my pictures too, like I don't do no extra like photoshops or any of that bullshit.
Really?
Like I'm just natural. I'm just like natural, straight up portraits, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And so I feel like, so for some of those, like with photography, there's a lot that goes into it. You talked about like software and shit and editing and everything like that. There's a lot of like attributes that you have to kind of have. What do you think you need to be a good photographer? Because I mean, the shit like equipment wise, software wise, like who you know, how you network, like, and then obviously the most important part is like your eye, like what's your style of photography, like what do you think you need to be a good photographer?
Shit, man. Really just, it could be the lens. You know what I mean? Like you can have a shitty camera, but you can have a nice lens, and that's just gonna bring out that shot. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you can work with anything. Like, bro, I have a film camera from like fucking the 60s or something like that, like 70s, and my shit comes out like A1. For real? Like crazy fire. Like, but like, yeah, it's just all about how you shoot and your eye, really. You know what I mean? If you got that vision, it's just gonna come. The shots are gonna come natural. So it's really not about the equipment. Like you can have some expensive shit and have a terrible shot. You know what I mean? It's all about how you see things. And I don't know. I think everyone has different styles of photography. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
so you think the equipment depends on like what you're doing and shit?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. What type of camera do you have?
I'm shooting off of a Canon 70D. Okay. My go-to lens is like my 50 mil. That right there, that's like a 3K setup right there. That motherfucker, that's the money maker. For real? Yeah.
I heard of it too.
Yeah, I fuck with Canon. I like Canon over Nikon. I had Nikon. I played with it and I got rid of that shit. I was like, nah, it's too difficult. It's way too difficult to move with. And that Canon's just easy. I never took any classes or anything, bro. Like I kind of just like I just fucked with it. Like I just had it and I just fucked with it. Learned my ways, like learn my style basically.
That's crazy, bro, because that doesn't even just go for photography. That goes for like any, I think, creative like industry. If most of the people that are big, like they didn't really go to school for it, man. Like they just learned their shit on the craft, like on their own. It's something in you. Like when you're creative or you're an artist, it's like you can't really teach it. You know what I mean? Like there's not really like books. There's books, yeah, but it's like, I don't know, it's kind of just in you. Yeah. You do it. I noticed that because I took a few classes in college, bro, on photography, and I was just like myself. I was like, this shit is dope, man. Like this shit is dope, but it's like all this shit that they're teaching you, which is kind of like not useless, but it's just like, man, like for example, like our professor would give us like assignments to do and like certain ways to shoot shots, and I was just like, fuck this.
Yeah,
like,
that's bogus. Like, go outside and shoot a rock. Like,
make sure your aperture is
like,
make sure your white
man,
balance here. Like,
no, that's not it. That's not it. I'm finna go outside and then find something else, and you know what I mean.
And that's another thing too. Like, who is to say one person's like opinion on how photography should be taken is like the right way? You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a different eye and like what they like. Like some people might like darker shit and lighter shit, but there's like a market for each one of those industries, right?
Like it's crazy. Like shit. Like like you can be a product shot. Like you can be a photographer and just take pictures of products for companies and like make great money.
That's what Nick does, bro. Nick Saldana.
Yeah, he does that. That dude went up with the photography. I like to see him go crazy too. It's dope to see that.
And it was the same thing for him too, bro. He didn't go to school for it.
Yeah,
like,
man. It's kind of just when you got it, you got it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's really like, it's a dope thing. Photography, bro. If it wasn't for photography, I don't think I would have I would have got out like taking flights and shit. But photography gave me my first flight, like 2015. Man, I took off to South by Southwest, fucking to shoot.
You ain't never been on a flight
never been on a plane.
That?
Never been on a plane. That's because photography. I had work, got paid for a flight, paid for a room, shot with Action Bronson. Yeah, shit was like nuts, bro. Like.
Action Bronson, bro.
Yeah, Action Bronson's another. He's another artist that we fuck with. Like, you know, like I said, I work for a weed brand. Like, so like my boss is like the plug to these dudes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like, Action loves smoking our shit. So he keeps us around. You know what I mean? So my boss, like, he was like, yo, he's like, I need you to go shoot Action. Like, we were gonna sponsor like his little run out there, and I was like, say less. Book me a flight. You know what I mean? I've been out the country twice for it. I went to Jamaica, Spain to shoot.
Damn.
Yeah, that shit a week each time. Like, it's like, damn, this is off for photography. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I would have done it in the future by myself, but it was like, dang, work really took me here.
They paying you to go? They paying for your shit too?
Oh yeah, everything's paid for.
Damn. What are some of the other places that photography is taking you to?
Shit. Besides, like, when I did that tour, like I hit pretty much like some crazy big cities that I wanted to hit. You know what I mean? I got to go out there and have fun, like Miami, New York.
So when you go out there to shoot, like obviously most of it is just like business, so you got to do your shit too. Business. But like, how much of it is like, do you get to go out?
I get like a day off. You know, I might get like a day or two off where I get to just relax and we get to do some shit, you know.
And people that you're like going with too, the homies too, right? So it's just like you got to have fun with them too.
Yeah. It's all love. It's all work and love. Like, you know what I mean? We're out there working, so we just get to the money.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
If there was like someone who's listening right now who's looking to get in photography, like what would you tell them as far as just like what they need and shit? Because I'm sure in their head they're just like, fuck, I have all this money to buy this equipment and software and shit. Like, what would you say is just like, what's the starter kit, bro?
What's the starter kit?
The high easy starter kit.
The high easy starter kit, man. Shit. Just get you a camera. Get you a good little camera. You know what I mean? And just step out. And just shoot.
What kind of camera?
Whatever it is, like I started off with like a Canon Rebel.
Oh, the Rebel T7, that beginner shit.
Everyone starts with the Rebel, I think. You know what I mean?
Do.
It kind of get you started.
It's like a cool 500.
It's a cool little 500. You know what I mean? It's not too much. Just be consistent. Just stay consistent, man. Even if it's shooting your homies, or you go to the city and you're shooting like some scenic shit, or you're going to the beach or something. Like, that's how I started first. When I first started shooting, I was shooting like all scenery shit. Like, like buildings. Like, I'd go downtown a lot, buildings, catch like shadows, like the sunset and shit like that. And then it went to shooting with people, getting the homies behind the lens, and I got into like portraits. I like taking portraits, so that just moved to where it was. And I just got put in the spot like to follow like artists. Like when I linked with Ed No, you know, he was signed with Hit Boy.
That's Darnell, right?
Yeah. And my thing, I was just following him following him around, taking pictures of him and shit. So I think that's how it came.
Yeah, that's dope. Well, do you have any other like photographers that you like kind of admire or like you're a fan of?
Yeah, I follow a couple. I mean, I got a couple homies that go crazy. Like my boy Sam Cones. He's from New York. I know he's from Philly actually. I met him in Philly on the Travis tour. He was like one of the was at the Fillmore, and I guess he was like before his where he's at now. He's going crazy. He shoots for Smokers Club. Smokers Club is based out of New York. That's also my boy. I know the CEO of that. I don't know if you ever heard of Smokers Club, but they're pretty big. Yeah, they just did a festival. They just did a festival last year. Yeah, we killed that shit. Like West Coast Care was a sponsor, so I that was a connector. I got a nice little check from that. Because,
damn, man, isn't it crazy how all these fucking industries collide? Like music and cannabis are so
it's getting so wild now. Like we're a sponsor of Rolling Loud too.
Damn.
Yeah. So I did.
So you do all the Rolling Louds too?
Yeah. I got the Bay coming up later on this month.
In New York? You going to New York?
I don't know if I'm going to New York. I might. I don't know if we're going out the country though.
Rolling Loud is about to go out the country.
They're about to be in Japan and Australia, bro. Yeah, that's the biggest hip hop festival right now. Like there's no hip hop festival like that.
That shit is dope, man. I've been to a couple of Rolling Louds.
So no, my boy though, Cones, he kills shit, man. I met him at the Fillmore, so he was one of those photographers that low-key just had a plug-in to get in at every show at that Fillmore. Like he was there every show, no matter who was there, he was there shooting. So that was his thing. And I remember he was like tripping out because we were on tour. Travis like, how the fuck did you get to like link up with him and whoop de whoop?
Yeah.
I was like, man, I don't know how. Like I told him how we got together. I told him we're sponsoring the tour too. And bro was like, he was low-key a fan of me, and I was like, man, I was like, bro, I'm not even that crazy, like, you know what I mean? I don't be going crazy like that. Yeah. And he ended up getting this dope job with Johnny Shipes. That's my boy, the CEO of Smokers Club.
Okay.
And right now he's going nuts, bro. Like,
for real,
man, like that's one of my favorite photographers right now. My nigga goes crazy.
Do you meet a lot of other photographers like at these shows and concerts or festivals and shit?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes like I'll like introduce myself if I feel your vibe, you know what I mean? If not though, like I kind of like just let other photographers do their thing, like,
because there's a lot, right?
There's a lot, yeah. And I'm not trying to be all buddy, and people when they see who I'm with, they're trying to, when they're at the show and they see who I'm shooting for, they like try to like, oh, can I follow you? Like, nah, bro, you know what I mean? Like I'm working, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm not into that.
Yeah, you can't just meet somebody too and just invite them into a circle.
I mean?
You don't
like,
know who the fuck they are.
Yeah, like, bro, you can't bring your camera here because you might be that weird nigga that a viral video gets released and shit because, you know what I mean? You're that weirdo that's Snapchatting in the corner.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think too that like, especially in this day and age of photography, just like how big social media and shit is, right? Like it's a different age. Like 10 years ago, this shit wouldn't have been possible.
Never. Yeah, there's so many. Instagram and like Twitter. Well, Twitter's always been cracking.
Mm-hmm.
But without Instagram, a lot of these photographers wouldn't. I wonder if niggas would have jobs if they wasn't for Instagram. You know what I mean? Like, without Instagram, I wonder if these people are still gonna be shooting.
Bro, like, Instagram, like, and anything, like these influencers, photographers, brands were like.
Yeah, it's so easy.
When that shit crashes for a day, people go crazy.
Lose their shit. Like what? Like, bro, like recently, like a month ago, probably I didn't have my phone for like 2 weeks.
Oh shit!
Like, I had checked Instagram probably like a couple times out of that 2 weeks. You know what I mean? For like an hour, real quick, and I was like, "Shit's still regular. I'm still doing everything without it." You know what I mean? Like it's nigga real life Instagram.
Yeah,
like,
I hope some of you influencers out there and shit like because Instagram like isn't gonna last forever. I mean,
it's gonna turn into Facebook.
Yeah, man.
Where it's nothing but ads.
And exactly, and that's already starting to be a thing because I'm a digital marketing specialist. That's what I do. So like I'm keeping up to date with all this shit going on, and something like Instagram is doing is they're like demoting organic traffic to like everything, bro. So like they're trying to push everything to like exactly like you said, paid ads.
Yep.
So I hope like if you're in the fucking Instagram industry, if you're listening out there, like you gotta have a backup plan. If you
big
don't,
backup plan, you know what I mean? Get some benefits. Fucking get your 401k set up, all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, talk about that, man, because like being a freelance, because you were basically a freelancer if you want to describe it on like a professional level. Like, how is that like? How do you deal with that as far as just you got to support yourself for everything, right? Like your benefits, your everything like that. So like, is that tough?
I mean, like I said,
you can't even get sick, bro.
Yeah. No, you know what? I got benefits, bro. Like,
really?
Yeah. So with the West Coast Care, man, it's crazy. Like, these niggas put me in the spot. Like I said, I met him. Like, they won the first Cannabis Cup when it came to LA High Times 2012. They won that shit. So I've been rocking with bro like before he got big. So our brand, bro, is like the Nike of cannabis.
Real shit.
Like,
okay.
Or like fucking the Marlboros of, you know, like the, you know what I mean? Like we're that brand. Like,
cannabis industry is fucking huge now too.
Oh, so. multi-billion dollar industry. So yeah, when I'm not shooting, I got an office job with West Coast Care.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I run all the production. So that I got benefits with that.
Oh shit,
all that
that's
shit
dope.
set up. Yeah, so if I'm always working. You know what I mean? I'm never not working. So
that's a blessing, man.
Yeah, it's a blessing. Like, it's crazy. Like, they put me in a position to go up. You know what I mean? Just to stay on my shit.
Yeah, because a lot of other freelancers can't say the same thing. That's a big ass problem in the industry for freelancers. Like, whether it's photography, DJs, artists, like, they gotta eat off of like no fucking insurance, bro. And it's crazy. Like, what DJ you know out there has a salary job, but like this shit don't happen. Like,
it doesn't. And I mean, you can have your what is that called? Your residencies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can have your set residencies, but you know, once the summer's over, like, it goes into, unless you're like a Vegas DJ, then you're DJing probably every other week. You know what I mean? But other than that, like, you're a regular DJ, local DJ, like you're doing just your couple things here and there, couple club nights, and it's like, what is that? How much I don't know how much they be getting, like, to DJ, like $200, $300 a set. Who knows?
Well, I know, because one of my best friends, you know, Eddie Elect. He does a lot of shit, and that's one thing I want to talk about for that is just like how many different sources of revenue streams to like support yourself. For like example, he's a DJ. Yeah. He DJs like 3 nights a week, and then he also creates flyers. He does graphic design and shit, and then he's also like a booking manager. So some of them get like $300 to $400 or $500 a night, depending on like your experience and who you are.
Yeah, that's cool. The DJing shit's crazy, huh?
Yeah. Do you ever think about that, like, just like DJing, but like photography, how saturated it is? Just like how many people are photographers trying to make a living out of it, and like hoeing for gigs, bro, and shit like that, and then you're just like killing that shit. Yeah. You get like, do you ever think about like how blessed you are?
Yeah, bro. Like I said, like, I'd be in the rooms just looking around and just how much like just dope shit's going on, you know what I mean? Just so many vibes. Everyone's pushing each other. Everyone's trying to get better. Like, niggas just trying to get money. Like, it's crazy. It's pretty crazy, like, coming from here, being from Covina, and not really seeing this shit. And then also, man, being in those rooms and coming back home. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Come back home and you're just like, it's regular. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, I was just in the room with Kanye right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that shit's pretty nuts. Like,
bro, no, I feel that definitely. Because when I moved away to play college football, I thought the same exact shit. When I come back to visit, I'd be like, damn, bro, because so many people we know, like, is stuck here.
On the same thing.
Yep, exactly. And they'll be here till they're fucking, like, not that that's a problem, bro.
It's not at all.
It's not at all. Yeah, man. Like, we love the Cove.
Yeah, I love my city. That's why I come back. I never went up and then was like, fuck everybody from where I'm from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I've been the same stand up nigga. So this is my city. I rock with it. But I just can't get comfortable.
Exactly. And it takes like getting experiences like you've had and that I've had to realize that shit, because it's easy, bro, to get stuck, bro. It's so easy, but it takes like some experiences to get you to like see outside the fucking
fact that there's more. Like I said, photography got me to travel. Like, I think people should travel. Traveling is one thing in life that you should do. You got to experience different cultures, You gotta have different food. You gotta see different people, how different people live and shit. You gotta get out your comfort zone. You gotta step out that, like, because there's so much culture. There's so much culture. Like,
Is that
man,
is that something you didn't realize until you
oh
started
yeah,
traveling?
hell yeah. Like, fuck, like, man, one of my favorite cities is Atlanta.
Really?
Like, I
I've
love
never been ATL.
Atlanta's culture, bro. If you can get to Atlanta, you'll fall in love. Like, especially if you like strippers and shit. You like good,
It's a
you
magic.
like wings, bro. Magic City is hard. I was out there. I was in Atlanta for a week, bro, with Metro and Southside. Nigga, they took us to every strip club. The whole week went to every strip club. We went to a strip club, bro, just to eat.
To eat?
Just to eat, and then we smoked and ate in there, and then dipped, and then we went to another one. I was like, damn, this is the culture though. Like, it's just so live. Like, the nightlife there is crazy. It's like New York. It goes late. You know what I mean?
Is that's where Atlantic City is too, right? Or
That's no. That's Atlanta's in Georgia.
Yeah, no, Atlantic City. You know
What, the strip club?
Yeah,
I don't know. No, that's Magic City.
Magic City.
Yeah.
There's a place called like Atlantic City though. It's probably not the same.
Yeah,
it's
I
probably
don't
in
think so.
fucking New York or some
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
But you've been to strip clubs like out in Cali? How is this a
Whack
difference?
as fuck.
compared
Yeah,
to
LA
ATL?
strip clubs are trash as fuck. Like, I don't even go to strip clubs out here at all. I might go to like a titty bar because my homegirl's a bartender. But I don't even be looking at the strippers in there because they're all butt. Like, they're all regular ass bitches from here.
So
it's
is like Atlanta the hub for everything and strip
bro,
club?
man, so much ass.
That culture too is like crazy. Like even with music, a lot of like rappers before they pop off, they break music there,
Oh
right?
yeah, Atlanta's music culture. Right now, everything you're listening to is from Atlanta. Fucking Migos,
Yep.
2 Chainz, you know what I mean?
ATL's on top of the game for
They're
sure.
top of the game. All the hot producers right now are coming from. They got Thug and shit. Like, all them, the whole YSL, all Atlanta. It's all Atlanta.
Yeah.
All the hot producers right now are from Atlanta.
Ever since like, who was the first person you think? I mean, there's been like little, like, pop-ups from like the game to come out in Atlanta, but like, it seems like since fucking 2013, 14, I don't know, like around that era where the ATL just took over, bro. Like,
Yeah, they've been on top for a minute now. They've been on top.
Yeah.
Shout out to Atlanta.
Yeah, big shouts out to Atlanta, man. What are some places that you would like to go shoot at? Like if you want, like some places you haven't been yet that you would like to go shoot at.
Like, I want to go to Hawaii, bro. I haven't been to Hawaii yet.
Really?
That's on the list. I want to step back out to like Europe. Like, Europe is lit. Like, I like it out there. The vibe out there is tight. I want to travel a little bit, go out the country some more, if I can. It'll happen soon though. I know it will.
Man, you're still so young. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, you have, what are you, 25?
25.
25, yeah. Shit, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you've already, everything that you've already, like, been to and everything you've already done, you still have so much longer to experience so many things.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, bro. It's like, yeah, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. That's what I say. Like, yeah, like I said, travel, man. Like, get out if you can. Like, that's just tight. I mean, you know, I got blessed again because fucking photography brought me out to travel, but I think that's something everybody got to do. You got to do that.
Most def. Is there, I mean, all of the places you've been to, traveled, toured to, is there any like funny ass stories or like experiences that you want to share with us?
Nothing too crazy, but like, man, I remember this one time in Boston. You know, Boston's real racist.
I've never been to Boston.
Bro, Boston, the motherfuckers is real racist out there. Yeah, like, still, since forever. I remember one time, this old lady in a wheelchair, bro. She followed. We were with some security guard, and he had handicap parking, and we all hopped out all fine. It was like 4 of us. We all hopped out all good, and she was in her wheelchair passing by, and she was like, she pressed us, like, you know what I mean? Like, she like followed us into the store. She's like, I'm calling the cop, trying to take pictures of our license plate and shit. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, it was just
doing shit
weird. Yeah, she was just like, we hopped out regular, so she was like, you guys are handicapped. Like, what the fuck? You can't park there. What if someone needs it? And it's like, hold on. First of all, you're walking on the street. Like, relax. Like, keep pushing, lady. But she like pressed us for like a cool 10 minutes, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's wild. Like, yeah, they're like, man, that's Boston for you. Like, they don't like us colors.
Damn,
Yeah,
bro.
so-
I would have thought. fucking, that's crazy how too, like even within the United States, like
it still goes on.
I think too, because of where we're from in like Cove and like fucking LA and shit, we're just from the bat when we're born exposed to so much culture, bro.
Yeah,
And you don't
everything out here.
you don't realize until you move away or you travel to these other places, shit isn't fucking copacetic out there,
Facts,
unfortunately. Because when I moved to like Colorado, it was the same thing, man. Like fucking white, everyone's white and shit, and it's just like crazy to think about how fucking just uncultured some of these places are.
Yeah.
And I mean, anybody who's just like, even if you're listening to this and you're not even from like you're from one of those places who doesn't have much culture, it's just like what you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a blessing too that we were born where we're at. You know what I'm saying?
we were in a spot where niggas don't judge like that. We see it's all different type of colors.
Yeah.
So it's really, we have no place to judge like that.
Right. And what's something that, are there some things that you dislike about the like photography industry or like the state of where it's at right now? Is there anything that like you wish you could change, or just some shit that you don't necessarily like?
Not really. You know what I mean? I like photography. I like seeing different type of styles and shit like that. I enjoy seeing different stuff. I like seeing videographers go crazy. Like it's, I don't know. I like portraits too, so I like seeing seeing straight up shots. That shit's like, I don't know. Photography's dope, and it's a dope place right now. But like again, Instagram put it to where it's like there's photographers just trying to take pictures of ass and tits. Like that's not cool. Like you're not gonna get put on like that unless you like a fucking actual photographer for like Playboy or something like that. Like,
Oh yeah.
don't be weird. I know a few photographers like that where they just try to just get,
Cause they know they're gonna get likes, bro. Everybody likes
like,
ass.
Like yeah, like that's just, it's just out, and that's one thing I'm just tired of seeing, if anything.
It's just people like kind of hoeing for likes and shit.
Yeah,
You know,
like it's too easy to, you know what I mean? Like these girls, they're like,
I could take a picture of an ass, bro.
exactly, you know what I mean? And then what? That's cool.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm tired of seeing. That's enough of that.
Yeah, I know we already touched on it too, just like how big Instagram. But think about like 15 years ago, how hard it must have been to like tap into the fucking photography industry.
Yeah, yeah, that's
like
just,
without any social media.
15 years ago, crazy. I wasn't even thinking about photography. You know what I
Bro,
mean? Like
yeah,
I didn't even think about it at all. Like I wonder if I wouldn't have even started that clothing brand and like with anybody, with the homies, I wouldn't have gotten into. I wonder where I would be, like what I would be doing. You know what I mean? Kind of just found me in a way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's cool though. Like Instagram was just a plus for me, cause I don't even post all my work. Man, I got so much work, like so much work, just in the vault. The vault's heavy. The vault's heavy, bro. The other day I was just going through my videos, and bro, I got some shit, bro. Like I was with Travis Scott, his first time on Jimmy Kimmel.
Damn.
In that room, then we went to Jimmy Kimmel and then straight to the studio. That shit was tight. Like I think that was when he was we was in the studio. He was I think he might have been recording Butterfly Effect or something like that.
Okay.
But like that shit was crazy. Just moments like that, you know what I mean? Like his first time on TV ever, and like I recorded, like I got a video of us in the studio of him watching it being aired like on laptop, and then just getting his reaction. Like
that's crazy.
It was nuts. Like he was crazy. Like his first time seeing himself on TV. So like I was in the room right like with that nigga. Like,
and now look at it. You seen that new Netflix documentary? He got a
bro.
Shit.
Inspiring. Like that's like, so I've been behind the scenes of a lot of that.
Yep.
So no one sees Travis Scott's life. He's very, very like to himself. He doesn't show any of that. Like when he does shows, like he makes sure his lights are like a dark color, so you can't really see his face. I don't know if you ever been to a Travis Scott show, if you noticed that, but
man, I haven't, but I fucking always wanted to.
Yeah, his shows are pretty nuts. So like, yeah, shit like just little shit like that. He doesn't even like his face being too exposed during his shows. So like, for them to release that documentary and to watch it was pretty dope. Like, cause I seen all that before.
Know
yeah, I know exactly what's going on. You know, I seen all my homies in the documentary and shit. Like, it was like, what the fuck? Like, it's tight as hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, definitely. With the way that like you see all these photographers and like what they're doing, do you have yourself like any other side passions, whether it's like within photography, because obviously you do what you do for like West Coast
Yeah.
here, and then you do what you do for like the festivals and concerts, but like is there anything that you just like yourself shooting, or like any other side passions you have?
Yeah, eventually, man, I'm trying to start a little media.
Really?
Little media company, you know what I mean? I got a few photographers in mind that I want to start it up with that are like freelance too. And then we just get booked and just take over shit, you know what I mean? We just do our job. And like even too, like I have yet to do a wedding or some shit like that, but I'm down to do it, you know what I mean? Like I also, though I don't apply myself like that, like put out ads like, yo, I want to shoot a wedding or I want to do this like that. I kind of just let the work come to me. I never really like promoted myself in a way like that.
Yeah,
You know
I think I know
mean?
what you're
Like,
saying, bro. Because what I mean, being in marketing and doing that as a profession, like there's inbound marketing and then there's outbound marketing. Inbound marketing, everybody's coming to you.
mhm.
Like you may not know it, like subliminally, you're doing inbound marketing. You're doing a good ass job at it. But there's like a whole nother fucking side that you haven't tapped into yet
Yeah,
that you can
exactly.
fucking get, bro.
If I'm telling you, like,
outbound.
yeah, if I promoted myself like that, or was like, you know, trying to get booked like heavy like that, I'm pretty sure the work would get heavy.
Do you think that's something that you want to tap into, or
Oh
is
yeah,
it?
it'll get there. It'll get there. But right now I'm not worried about it like that. You know what I mean? I'm not thirsty for it.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
think that's something you gotta like work at, like kind of get out of your comfort zone as far as that?
I do, yeah, because I like to be where I'm at sometimes, but like I never too comfortable, but I do need to start like promoting myself more, like trying to get more shit going on. But it's cool because the work usually finds me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And like you said, man, you got a lot of shit in the vault.
yeah, the vault's
So
heavy.
how do you sift out like what you do put out into the world and what you just keep like in the archives?
I kind of just like, if I really like a shot, I'll post it, or you know, it'll go somewhere. But
Yeah. Because you don't, it's not like you post that much, bro.
no,
like,
I don't. I ain't even post. Well, actually, I just posted like a couple days ago. But before that, I ain't posted since like June or something like that. Like
It's still
you know what I
compared
mean?
to like a lot of photographers out there. They posting like every day.
Every day trying to keep up. You know what I mean? But it's not really. Nah, never use a hashtag or anything like that.
Yeah, man.
Photographer ad Boomin. You know what I mean? None of that weird shit. No tags like that. So
Man, that shit really is out though. Like
out, bro. Like
just
no.
with anything, man. Like people, I think the fact that with social media, the rise of social media, the saturation of anything creative is also fucking getting super washed.
Yeah.
So I think people are really starting to appreciate authenticity.
Yeah.
You know?
That's how I like to keep it.
Yeah. Keep it real.
Keep it real.
I feel that. Are you trying to tap into any? Because do you do just photography? Do you do any like videography, cinematography?
Yeah, I do a little video. Nothing crazy. I'm not gonna say I'm a music video director or anything like that. I just do like the behind the scenes. Like I make clips of like shit that we do, or like the shows. You know, I'll for sure put out a clip. There's gonna be a clip of my work, but it's just like all like day-to-day things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather just do that. I want to get into the music video shit too, or like at least tap in with it, because you know what I mean, you make some bread doing that. This is all top of bread, bro. It's a job. Photography is a job that it's needed. Yeah, not a lot of people can do it, so you got to pay for that. You know what I mean? You gotta
Supply
pay for
and
that.
demand, man. There's a lot of people, like we talked about earlier, that are just in like different industries, but finding, I guess, your niche. Like, what would you say your niche is?
I don't know, man. Like, it's just like, I don't know. I just like to bring what's not getting seen, like, just to the people. I want you, like, cause myself, I know I like watching. If my favorite artist, if I fuck with artists, I like watching their like behind the scene videos and shit. Like Wiz Khalifa is a perfect example. He has his day-to-day vlogs.
I love watching that shit.
I watch that shit all the time. Like I used to watch that shit all the time. So that makes me more interested into the artist when I see like that. Like when you see them off the camera, kind of, you know what I mean? Them doing their regular shit. That's the type of shit I like to see. So I think that me being a fan of that what made my style of photography what it is now. Cause like like I said, I know when to shoot. and I know when not to shoot. So I like to just to bring the people like to see this dope shit that's happening, like not on Instagram or like that they're just posting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my thing. I think.
Okay, for sure.
That's definitely what I like to rock with.
Man, I got to take a piss real quick. We're gonna continue this in a second. Everything.
Like especially like I got in the gym like recently.
Yeah.
I hated that shit. Never in high school. Fuck.
Working out?
Yeah, I'm like, why the fuck niggas working out? Like, you want to be a bodybuilder or why you in the gym? Like, that's just weird. So I got in there like this past November, bro, and that shit is addicting. I was like, okay, now I see why these motherfuckers be in the gym.
What was
like,
it was it you see some of the results?
The results, the gains is getting crazy. I was getting fat, bro. I was getting fat, eating good all the time. You know what I mean? Like my boss, he doesn't drink. He doesn't drink. No, he just smokes. Big smokes. He doesn't drink though. So his thing is, I'm finna go to a steakhouse. I'm going to a steakhouse and go crazy. Like that was his thing. And so, bro, I was eating like that. Like,
okay,
bro, going.
Cause you were with him all the time.
All the time, bro. Morton's, fucking BOA, fucking Fogo de Chao, like all that shit. Like, bro.
And the
getting fat.
The tour life is like you unhealthy, right?
Yeah, just you eating out like bad and shit. Like all the time, late. You might be eating late, or you're not keeping your diet right. So it's hard. Like, yeah, and I was getting chunky. And I was like, yeah, let me get into the gym one time. So yeah, that that though, it made me being in the gym changed up my whole diet. Like, I don't drink like soda or nothing like too sugary at all. So when I started, I like stopped drinking beer really. So if I drink now, it's like liquor straight. On the rocks. Yeah, I don't go too crazy though because I get fucked up. But yeah, tequila. Don Julio need to sponsor me.
Hey, Don Julio need to sponsor you and this podcast.
Right, exactly. Get us right, man. We have it right here.
Real right shit. Here. It's branding, bro. I got a couple of sponsors for a few beer, like breweries and shit that I had on the podcast.
That's tight. Yeah,
it's dope. But yeah, man, the fucking whole health tip too. Yeah. Like that kind of not change your life, but like make you.
Yeah, whole different, clearer mind type thing. Like once I get after the gym, I feel like I can take on anything. Take on anything, like not like that, like fucking ready fight or anything like that, but now I just be ready to take on the world, whatever's coming, man. It's just I feel like I'm good, you know what I mean? Yeah, and space is clean, my head is clean.
Yeah, I see you like to work out in the morning. Do you like working out in the mornings?
Morning workouts for sure.
Is that why?
Yeah, that morning workout.
The way it makes you feel the rest of the day.
I feel like the rest of the day like is pretty much done in the book, almost. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it just makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, where do you find time to work out, bro? Like, do you make it a point? Is it just like a certain?
It's for sure in the schedule. 6 times a week.
6 times a week.
6 times a week, man. I'm trying to get big. Now I'm not trying to get crazy big, no swole, but I'm trying to be fit when I take my shirt off or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. How long have you been at this fitness shit for?
Consistently, probably like since like January, going heavy, like really really heavy. I started in November. But I was testing it out. Okay. I was just doing cardio, thinking I was getting a workout in. Then my nigga Nick, shout out to Nick.
Hey, Nick Burno,
shout out to my boy. He fucking gave me some free workout. He was like, drink this and we're about to lift. And I was like, all right, bet. Took that shit, had one of the best workouts I ever had. And I was like, oh yeah, this is it.
I might have to tap into that, man.
Tap in with us, man.
Cause I'd be scared, bro, to take that. Cause I did take it. I've taken pre-workout one time in my entire life, man, and that shit had me like you just said, like
jittery. I'll be jittery after some time. Yeah, like wall. You be wanting to throw weights. You be in that bitch wanting to throw weights and shit, but that's just it gets you focused up.
But that's why for me personally, like I stay away from it because I'm like, damn, I don't want to rely on nothing, bro, to make me fucking perform. I want to be able to. Fucking, because I feel like once I start, man, it's over. Like,
yeah, it's caffeine. Caffeine's addicting, so
yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's definitely what it do to you. It makes you feel like you gotta have it. I know it does that for me. Sometimes I be like, fuck, I can't even work out if I'm at pre. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's why I gotta stay away from it myself. I don't want to have to become too reliant on it. Yeah. But going back to what we were talking about earlier. How you said you watch kind of like behind the scenes type of shit to get your inspiration. Is that like what do you do to get your inspirations to shoot?
Like I said, I just watch like I'm a big fan of seeing that stuff. So I kind of just watch vlogs. I watch vlogs or like I'll just tap in with that with that artist's photographer, I might follow them because I know they're gonna post a lot of the behind the scenes shit. So that's kind of like my inspo.
And there's so many different ways to get your inspiration, like with just fucking social media, YouTube and shit. There's no excuse, bro. Like there's so many other fucking avenues to get your inspiration.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and for me personally, like with the podcast, I watch so many different podcasts and get my own inspiration from it, and it's just dope how it's just you can kind of just get different skills and shit from different places.
Yeah. This is dope. Yeah, I watch a few podcasts myself. I watched a couple of yours.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I fuck with it. I was like, shit, I didn't know what to expect from this. What was gonna be. Yeah, because I ain't do nothing too crazy. You know what I mean? I've been around the block. I got to see some dope shit, and just
that's why
it just humbles me and makes me like appreciate shit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to have you on, man, because you wouldn't believe how many people I get like DMing me asking me to be on my podcast and shit. But like for you, it's just like I seen the shit that you've been through, and the fact that like you're from where I'm from, you know what I mean? The Cove is just like dope to see people like that actually like. It is fucking progressing and exceeding too.
It's inspiring.
It really is, man. Especially for like if you come from where we're from and you're watching this, you know what I mean? Whatever you're interested in, you can like start your own shit and do your own shit too. And just like you with like you said you like to do the behind the scenes type shit and show that world. It's like me, I'm super into storytelling, man. I love sharing people's story. Yeah. I love giving kind of like the blueprint of like how to get to like where you're at, because there's people that are gonna be listening right now that like see probably where you're
wondered and shit what's going on or how did I get there.
Yeah, man. Everybody's looking for the blueprint, man. And the bad thing about it is like sometimes there is no blueprint.
It's really not. Like I said, it finds you. Like I did not plan on photography at all. Like I did it. I got blessed. I got hit up. Like I said, like once I knew it was a job, not even a job, because it's not a job to me. It's not a job. Like I love it. I love doing it.
Damn, bro.
So it's like once people were like, "Yo, what's your rate? What's your hour rate?" And I was like,
"What did you do when that happened?"
When I first started shooting, I was doing it for free. I was just trying to get somewhere.
Yeah.
So like, this is how it happened. Actually, I was shooting with NO for free, like just trying to, because I knew he was with the artist and shit, and he was signed to Hit Boy. So I was like trying to catch up. Like I was just trying to be in that circle. So I ended up shooting with my boy from West Coast, and I ended up shooting him all. I shot NO shit, and then I shot shit for him because obviously it was his cannabis. It was a cannabis cup, so it was like he had a booth and all that set up. So I took pictures and everything. I sent him all the work, and he got my number. And I remember he called me for a second job, and it was to do a secret sesh. It's like some secret sesh shit. It was in the hills at a house. He was like, "Yo, I got Action Bronson coming with me." Like, he's like, "You think you can shoot?" And I was like, "Yeah, look, what's the deal?" Sent me, fucking pulled up to the spot, and then after I didn't even give him no content yet. And at the end of the night, this nigga gave me like $300 and like a bag full of weed. And I was like,
you wasn't even expecting it?
Yeah, not at all. He was like, what's his name paying you? And I was like, oh, well, I'm kind of like just trying to get on. I was like, bet. There you go. And I was like, what? I was like, okay, nigga. I sent him all the content first thing in the morning.
What year was this?
This was 2015.
Okay. Just 4 years ago, man.
Yeah, 4 years ago. Maybe 2014. Saw him all the content. He hit me back again for another job, and then he hit me for another job, and it just went there. I never gave him a price. Like he kind of he was like, for what I was doing for him, he was just paying me right. So I was like, I rock with this. Yeah. But so, yeah, it just went from there, and like with him, what he was paying me, and people were seeing, that made me able to put my price tag, and it be stamped in, because people are like, oh yeah, he actually, that's what he does. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So.
Are you at a point now where you can actually name your own price and shit for people?
Yeah. And I can, and I also too, if I feel like, if I want to work with you too, like, and I feel like I know, like, there's a couple clothing brands that the homie started, like, hooked him up. I did lookbooks for him and just do it for the low, just because you're from where I'm from, you're trying to get there too, so I don't mind. I'm not gonna charge you, you know what I mean? So I know people are working and coming up also, so it's hard we're not all there. We're not all there. We don't all got it like that. So
Shit, it's only been 4 or 5 years.
yeah, exactly. So you gotta work with people. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's all cool. It all works out in the end, anyways.
yeah. I know we already touched on it too, like a couple of times. Is the fact that just like realizing how blessed you are, but because a lot of people that are photographers have been at this shit for like
Years.
20 years, bro, and they still are not at the level where you're at.
Yeah.
And you're just like
Just gliding.
yeah, man.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's crazy as fuck, bro. It should be tripping me out. Like, it's tight though.
What do you? I know you said earlier too that you kind of, when you're in the rooms with these people, you kind of think about it too, and you kind of are conscious of that. But when do you find time to reflect on everything, or do you reflect, and how do you reflect?
Reflect on like where just the rooms I've been in,
or just like the success you've had to this point.
Yeah, like I said the other day, like I was going through videos. I was just going through my hard drive, just looking at shit. Like, damn. Like I have a video of me. I was literally recording the first time we met Ezzzy. It was on tour with. It was on Wiz's tour, because Wiz is the homie too. Wiz actually like. The reason why my boss the brand got so big is because Wiz did he had his day-to-day, and he had this. It was actually in Colorado.
Oh,
like,
real shit?
Yeah. There was like 2013 or 14. It was in Colorado, and my boss flew out there linked up Wiz, and like Wiz was only smoking our shit, like our wax. For a second, he would only shot us out. So people were like, "Damn, this is West Coast here, West Coast here. We gotta smoke it." Wiz is, he's the biggest. He's damn near Snoop Dogg.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you hear him talk about what he's smoking on. Everyone's gonna try to go grab it. So that's how they got so big. Yeah, like I don't know.
Bro, you talk about Colorado, bro. When I moved there, they're one of the first states. I think they're the first state in the country to legalize marijuana.
Yep.
So when I moved over there, bro, the weed culture is
it's nutty, right?
Insane. Never experienced nothing like it. It's damn near like Amsterdam.
Yeah,
like,
you
I've
walk
never
into
been to
you can
Amsterdam.
just walk into a spot and just go buy something and just walk right out.
Well, the first time I realized that, I walked to a fucking, I think it was like a dispensary or something like that. But there's a fucking like. You know how there's those globes like of candy machines and shit? It had that but nugs in it. And I was just
wow.
Like,
yeah, that's
nutty. I was like, man, this place is insane, bro. Everybody smokes out there, bro. It's insane.
That's
wild.
crazy. Side note though, so in Colorado, you been to Voodoo Donuts?
Yeah.
That shit's fire, huh?
I didn't go in Colorado, but I went in Portland.
Okay.
But that shit is fire for sure, bro.
Yeah, I was Denver's, man. It's nice out there, bro. The air is so crisp. Like when I was out there, I was like, what?
You went out there?
Yeah. We did a cannabis cup out there.
Okay.
I was there for like 4 or 5 days, I think. But man, the weather was so nice. Like, as soon as you land, you can feel that. Like as soon as you get that air, you feel the way different. You're like, damn, Kelly fucked up.
That shit hit different.
Yeah, you hit way different. I can breathe and shit. I was like, I can breathe. I never felt the difference of that shit until I got to Colorado.
That's how air should be, bro.
Yeah, I was like, this is what it should be. Yeah, and there's like legal weed here too. Like what?
Yo,
I fucked with Colorado.
You get being lit off like, bro, because of the altitude. You don't realize the sea level, because we're sea level, bro. It's 0 altitude, but Colorado it's like 5,000 plus, and that shit really does hit different, bro. Like you drink two beers and you'll be like, shit, like fuck. Or you work out there too. Like if you work out there and like you've just been living in Colorado your whole life, I mean not in California your whole life, you go work out, so you get tired super fast, man. It's a different. That's why boxers like and shit go to high elevations to train and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's pretty tight.
Yeah,
that's tight.
It is. What would you say is like next for you? What are some goals that you have for yourself within like, let's say fucking next 5 years or whatever?
Yeah, so like I said, get my little company started, get my little production company started with some of my favorite photographers that are local, or also even if they're out of state. You know what I mean? Like I said, my boy, he lives in New York. My boy Cones, he lives in New York. My boy, he's out in LA downtown. Like he goes crazy too. He shoots a lot with like Dom Kennedy.
Fuck,
and,
I
like,
love Dom Kennedy.
Yeah, I don't know if you know that girl Queen Nija or some shit. I guess she was like some YouTube star.
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, something. But he be doing all that shit. But yeah, Dom Kennedy's the cool as fuck.
Hell yeah.
I remember the first time I took my camera out when I bought my Rebel. The first day I stepped out, took my camera out, went to downtown. I went to LA, went to Fairfax, parked my car. Literally, I'm walking across the I'm walking, and I see this group of kids run towards this dude, and it's fucking Dom. It's Dom Kennedy. I don't know if you know, he got an office up atop of the Hundreds on Fairfax.
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, he got an office right there because those are his people. Bro, I didn't rush him. I let the kids do their thing. They got their little pictures with him, and then I went up to him, and I was like, "Damn, you think I get a picture?" I had my camera, and he was like, "Yeah." He posted up so I could take a portrait, and he was like, "You want to take one with me?" And I was like, "Yeah," like, you know what I mean. Like I said though, I was like, let me go back. I did say I never took a picture with an artist, but he asked me if I wanted a picture.
Yeah.
I wanted a portrait, which I got, and after he took it. He was like, "You trying to take one with me too?" I was like, "Fuck." The homie's like, "Go take it." So I was like, "All right, cool." Met Dom. Then that's when I was like, okay, maybe this might be it. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, this is the first time I brought my camera out, and I got to see that right there. Like my first two pictures was like, I think some trees, and the second one was Dom. I was like, you know what I mean? So it was like, I was like, this might be it. Like, this could work. I don't know. Man, it ended up didn't. Kind of spoken into existence, and it did.
That's dope, man. Cause I love Dom, bro. When you talk about somebody who like really raps about the lifestyle, man, he puts on for LA and the West Coast. Like, man, so relatable.
Speaking of that, like, one person I regret I've never got to put my camera around is Nipsey Hussle, bro. Like, rest in peace, cause that guy giving out so much game, bro. So much game.
Yep.
That's just someone I wish I would have got to shoot, and I'm sad.
Yeah, I'm sure if he lived longer, you definitely would have paths would have crossed for sure.
Exactly, for sure, like, no doubt. Because like I said, I've worked with Hit before, so I sometimes I might be able to get in his studio. So and I was like, them two, that's West Coast right there. So, you know, they always locked in.
Yeah, man, that shit hit different, man, when he died. Like, I mean, a lot of artists have been dying lately.
That was like the Tupac of our generation.
Real shit,
you know
it was.
I mean? So it was like, when Pac died and shit like that, and Biggie, we didn't feel that because we was babies.
Yep.
Like, and I don't know, like, I listened to a lot of Nipsey in high school and shit, so when I found out, I was like, damn, like, that shit kind of hit. Like,
yeah,
I didn't expect it to hit like that, and it did.
Same, man. It was like, been listening to since like Crenshaw and like other features that he dropped too, but it was so inspiring. And then like just being from like the same type of area, it's just fucking like somebody who not necessarily like we were raised on, but just somebody that fucking spoke to you, and like, man, the shit he was rapping about just you fucking felt, you connected with. So it's not the same as just like some pop star, you know, dying.
Yeah, exactly. I feel that 100%.
Yeah. Where were you at when that shit happened?
When I got the news?
Yeah.
I woke up to it.
Isn't it crazy? Because that's something, that's that type of shit that you, like 9/11, you remember you were at fucking
school.
Michael Jackson, you remember you at, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like Nipsey,
I woke up to text. Like, yo, check Nip. I said, what? And like, the homie in Houston hit me. He was like, what's this shit about Nip? And I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? I'm waking up, I'm checking social medias and shit, and I'm seeing Nip just got shot. I'm like, what the fuck? And then not even 5 minutes after I seen he got shot, it was like pronounced dead. I was like, are you fucking, like, what the fuck is happening right now? Like,
it was hard to believe.
It was, that shit was crazy.
Man, I was in Spain, bro. I was at this dope ass club in Barcelona, fucking living my best.
Man,
bro, the
I feel
females
that.
Out there,
beautiful.
The fucking way everybody dressed, like they're on some other shit. The way, like, dudes, like people be like dressed in fits,
so
bro.
Nice, bro. So nice. I gotta go back. Like, I had one day off. When I was out there working. I gotta go back for myself. But that day off, bro, I got drunk as shit. I was at a party at the W. Big rooftop.
That's rooftop.
Yeah, that's the biggest hotel out there. I was at the W, bro.
That shit is dope as fuck.
That shit was lit, bro. I was partying with Eddie George.
Eddie George, the running back.
Yeah,
retired. He's like 50 years old.
No. Is it Eddie George? Fucking. Is it Eddie George? No, not Eddie George. Dude that played for the Miami, Ricky Williams.
Williams?
Yeah, he's a weed.
Yeah.
Kind of like he's a pusher on that shit. Yeah, so I was partying with Ricky Williams, bro.
I would have.
Nigga.
That's my fucking favorite NFL player.
It was mine too growing up, and I'm like, bro, I'm I'm smoking a joint with you, and you're my favorite running back ever, bro. And he's like, man, I appreciate that. And he was so
He's
chill,
bald
laid
now,
back.
right?
Yeah, bald
You know,
head.
more
Yeah,
dreads.
yeah. He was smoking our shit.
Bruh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, that shit was
Oh my
crazy. I'm
God.
like, what the fuck? I'm in Barcelona with fucking Ricky Williams smoking a joint at the W, drunk as shit.
What the fuck?
Man, yeah, I was litty as fuck. That shit was tight. Like, I was like, shit like that. Shit, I be forgetting about like that, like little things like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's, man, and fucking, you know, like I said, I'm a big fan of Wiz Khalifa's Day to Days. This nigga passed me a joint. I got to smoke with him, like, during his band rehearsals.
Oh, really?
Like not some shit like it was like he noticed I was there, like, but I was in Roto. He was sitting down and he kind of just was like, he was smoking, he was just looking. I was like, yeah, like this fucking Wiz Khalifa. How
That's
I'm
a
about
dope
to smoke this
story,
shit,
bro.
Like, yeah.
You been in the rotation with him?
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. I gotta smoke with Snoop. I'm trying to smoke with Snoop. I gotta.
Oh, have to.
Man, yeah, but
That's uncle.
yeah, man, fucking.
You ever met Snoop?
No, I haven't.
You have? I met him one time, man. We were in he's like has that whole Snoop Youth League football team or whatever.
Yeah.
So, our at Mount Sac, right? I play ball at Mount Sac in junior college. Our like, I don't even know how to describe it. He's damn near like a head coach. He wasn't our head coach, but he was just like the team fucking organizer, advisor.
Mhm.
His name is Coach Roderick. His fucking son was you probably know who he is. I don't know his exact name, but he runs in Snoop's circle. Fuck, what's his name, bro? I don't even know. He's like bald and shit. He's kind of older. Fuck, I wish I knew his name. But anyways, he runs in Snoop's circle. They're like best friends, bro. And we needed new jerseys and shit. Snoop bought us all new jerseys. In exchange, we let like his youth team in Pomona use our football field. So he brought us new jerseys and shit, and he came to our games. And like we got to meet him, and I got to meet him too. And I was chopping it up for a second. And I was just like, first thing I was like, bro, I love GGN News.
Right, that's the podcast I want to get on right there.
Bro,
I mean, GGN is hard. That shit's funny as fuck.
That shit is fucking revolutionary type shit. No, there's no other shit like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Snoop is a G for that.
Yeah, and I got to meet him, man. That shit was dope. But yeah, going back to like we were talking about with the nip shit, man. Like I was in fucking Barcelona. I heard the news. I was lit as fuck. Like in the club. Like it was like 1 a.m. at Barcelona.
You just went out there with who'd you go out there with?
I went with Elect.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Jaime. That's right. Yeah, I seen that. I remember
you
that.
Seen that?
Yeah.
We just ran a trip out there, and then we were in there like living our best life, bro. And I'm just like drunk as fuck on Twitter, like nip. I'm like, no, bro.
Like how, why? Yeah, just kill the whole vibe, like
the entire vibe, bro.
Yeah, I was playing nip for like that whole month. I think I was playing nothing but nip. I didn't want to hear anything else.
Yep.
And it kind of made it worse, but it's just like fuck, bro. Like it just hurt. It hurt the West. We all felt that one.
Yeah, definitely, man. But switching gears, like we're almost done with this. But what would you? Let's say you could have a conversation with like a 16-year-old yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would you tell you? If you could talk to yourself.
Keep locked in. Don't stop. Stay consistent. You gotta stay consistent. Show up. That's all you gotta do. Show up. You show up, you good. You know what I mean? That's all it's all about. Just stay working. Try to stay busy. Stay productive. Don't get discouraged by getting turned down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Someone's always gonna need your work, or like it just do you, cause it is gonna pay off. You know what I mean? When you're genuine and you know you're a good person like that, it's natural. That's just how the world works. So that's how the universe works.
You think good things happen to good people?
Yeah, good things happen to good people. You know,
be patient.
Exactly. Stay patient. You know, if it doesn't happen fast, then it's gonna come. You know what I mean? There's no rush. Don't let anybody rush you, or don't let the internet feel like you gotta rush to be somewhere that you're not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Man, like shit. Jay-Z didn't drop his first album until he was like 26. You know what I mean? Like there's niggas like Lil Pump, he's 18 years old, 19 years old, and he's, you know, he got money, but you know, like how Jay-Z, like now Jay-Z is a fucking billionaire.
It's the richest artist for sure.
Yeah, so it's like that took time. You know what I mean? He's a prime example of that shit. He told us in the blueprint.
Yeah,
he said it.
Literally.
Yeah, so you know, just don't feel like you gotta be rushed. Just take your time with it. Do your job. stay consistent, and you'll get there for surely.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
It's dangerous, man. Like we talked a little bit earlier about the benefits of social media and how it could like catapult your career, but also too at the same time, it's also dangerous with all these like young people who have these goals and they're seeing, like you said, Young Pump, like 18, 17. They're seeing all these other rappers that are coming up like instantaneously, and they're like, damn, I need that. I need to have that. They'll do
anything.
They're willing to do anything.
Yeah, the clout is crazy. The clout. People want to go viral. They want clout and just want to go viral over the long run benefits or something like that. Like they want the now. You know what I mean?
They're willing to do anything, bro, to go viral. It's insane.
And it's pretty nuts. Like it's not that serious, bro. Relax.
So your message to those people would just to be patient and
stay patient. Fucking stay patient, consistent. Stay on your job. Don't, like I said, don't let anybody rush you or like, you know what I mean. You don't copy. Just do you.
Feel that.
Shit comes.
Let's go. Shit. Last question. Where can people find you on social media? Where can people find your work? Where can people tap in with you?
Find me on the gram. I don't have a website yet, but that'll come around. That'll come around soon. But find me on the gram at High Ezzzy, H 3 I's E 3 Z's W. I mean Y. We'll put it down there. You'll see.
Yeah. Put it in the description.
Instagram and on Twitter, Ezzzy does it. E 3 Z's Y does it. Tap in with me.
So spelling be out here. Bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm active on Instagram. I'm very active on Instagram though. Like my stories, I'm not active on my page with posting, but my stories be going up and shit. Like, and I post too. Every picture I post, like, unless it's like obviously you see on the artist's page, all the pictures is my photos. Every
you don't
all
repost
my photos.
shit.
Yeah, I don't really repost anybody else's like work like that. Like, you know, I mean, sometimes I do support my other photographers, homies, and shit like that. But for the most part, I might throw up a throwback picture and shit, and people are like, "Dang, what is?" Like, yeah, I shot that. So yeah, fuck with me on the gram. I'm very active on there.
For sure.
Yeah.
Is there any last words you'd like to put out into the world?
Man, stay faded. Stay faded. Stay on your job. No lacking. Consistency. That's about it, man. It's all love.
Dope. I appreciate it, man. It was a dope conversation. I appreciate it. It was dope seeing you, man.
Always, brother.
That's a wrap.
Always.